which kind of explains the tech layoff scenario right now, that there is less and less hiring and then more and more of layoffs.
What do you do for a living?
I am a software developer engineer too at Amazon.
How many years of experience do you have?
Probably about more than 4 years now.
What is the salary in this role at an entry level and somebody at your level?
I think it differs from company to company. I'll only give answer for Amazon probably. So I think it also depends on what geographical location you're working at. Say if you're working in Seattle, Washington, your pay is going to be about 15%-ish lesser than what you're going to get paid here in California. But the net income that you get in hand after all the taxes will probably be the same. People are probably paid more in California just because the tax rate is higher. So I think I would say I'll speak for Washington because I started working from Washington. So I think the base pay should start somewhere about say 120-ish, and then the stock options and the bonus pay that's how you negotiate with the recruit.
What is your education background?
So I completed my bachelor's in engineering, computer science, and then completed my master's from North Carolina State University, again in computer science.
What's your day look like in this job?
That's a tough question to answer actually. I think it changes every day. Some days I'm probably designing something, maybe a new feature, new piece of service or something like that. Most of the time I'm writing code, but then I think code only constitutes about 40 to 50% of my work. 20-30% will be design work, and then the rest of the 10-20% will also be focused on ops, making sure that we keep our services running and they're in healthy state.
What are top 3 to 5 technical skills that you use in your job on a daily basis?
I usually work mostly in Java, so I would say Java is something that is still most of the enterprises use. Some part of that is in front end, so probably React.js as well, but only a little part of it. I'm mostly focused on the backend side. I would say do get a good grip on say Docker, Kubernetes, or like the container technologies. From my particular experience, I joined here as a new grad, or my friends and I, when we joined Amazon, I think we were put onto projects and different organizations based on what kind of courses and projects we did during our masters. So someone who had a good grip on say C, C++, and say the systems programming and operating systems, they probably went to something working more in hardware, like the low-level networking at kernel level, or say the Kindle devices, etc. Those who had ML background probably went into something like SageMaker or something at AWS. So I think, yeah, it does matter.
What is the interview process like in this role? How many interview rounds are there?
The job interview process for Amazon is typical like any other tech industry. So I think there will be 5 rounds in total, maybe 3 coding, 1 will be focused on system design, and I think 1 will be a behavioral round. One of them, I think, at Amazon is a bar raise round. Probably you don't know which. Mostly it is the system design one though.
If you have a month to prepare for an upcoming interview for this role, what would your strategy be?
Probably focus on all the medium and hard questions on lead code. If I have to appear for an interview immediately, go through all the basic patterns, arrays, hashing, sliding window patterns, and all the trees and everything. I think more than that, go through the top 50, top 100 questions for that particular company asked in the last 6 months. Say I'm interviewing for Amazon, I would go sort my medium to hard questions, which were most frequently asked in the last 6 months or 1 year, and then go through them first.
Do you use generative AI in your job on a daily basis? And if you do, has it increased your efficiency?
Not so much as of right now, but I think its adoption is kind of increasing every day. 6 months ago, I was probably not using it a lot. Now I think I do prefer asking something to say Amazon Q or any other like other tools like ChatGPT or probably even Claude to get an answer faster when I'm debugging something. So previously going through Stack Overflow was the quickest way to find a solution. I think now it's just go ask ChatGPT and it will give you the answer. So I would say right now I'm using about, when I'm coding and I want to debug or write tests, I think I'll rely on generative AI 40 to 50% of the times at the least.
Do you have any concerns about generative AI taking your job in the future?
That's a good question. I've been doing some reading around that. I don't think it will take our jobs away, but I do think that the software developer role will change a lot. If you require a team of, say, probably 10 people, you might be able to do the same amount of work faster with just 4 or 5 developers now, which kind of explains the tech layoff scenario right now. That there is less and less hiring and then more and more of layoffs, because then I think people can do that work with less number of developers, given that we have help from generative AI. I don't think software developers will become redundant because of AI, but I think we should be able to learn how can we use it to our advantage so that we deliver things faster. AI is not at a stage right now where it can design new stuff for you, although it can write the code for you and make things launch faster. So I think be adaptable, be ready for change. So I think the change is coming pretty soon.